Good morning, everyone. Today is March 8th. What a great day to celebrate, the love and see the sunshine, all the snow we've been under. So it's great to see the sun and just able to wake up to see the wonderfulness of what God has done for us. And, and it's always great, today, like I said, I'm in the gym. Last night we had church. I really love Saturday church. I just love Saturday church because it puts you in that great mood for the rest of the week. There's nothing wrong with church on a Sunday. Trust me, it's not. But I love the Saturday church that we do once a month. It's such a blessing, to be able to do something to start, on a day that, some people might be partying, might doing things, but we're partying in the church and having a great time. But on another note, here we are, we're going to talk about something that the reason why I like to read Psalms, because when you're going through something, you're able to see the things that David went through and the struggles he went through. And a lot of us always think about the story of David and Goliath, but you got to realize that we all got daily struggles that we got to deal with, but really we don't have to deal with it because all that matters is the sight of what God. The most of the time we struggle with is dealing with other people on this earth. It's not so much of, say, God's struggle. It should be the struggle of dealing with these people on this earth. And of course, we got control over everything. So here is Psalms 51, what David is talking about. The struggles that really all that matters is about what God. And so here we go. It says, have mercy on me, O God, according to your loving kindness, according to your abundance of your compassion. Blot out my transgressions. Wash me thoroughly from my iniquity and cleanse me from my sin. For I acknowledge my transgressions, and my sin is ever before me. Against you, you only, have I sinned, and done this evil in your sight, so that you are justified when you speak, and you are blameless when you judge. I was brought forth in iniquity, and in my sin my mother conceived me. Your desire truth in inward parts, and in the hidden part you make me to know wisdom. Purify my hyssop, and I will be clean. Wash me, and I will be whiter than snow. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones that you have broken may rejoice. Hide your face from my sins, and blot out all my iniquities. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Do not cast me away from your presence, and do not take your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation, and uphold me with your willing spirit. When I teach transgressions, your ways and sinners will return to you. Deliver me from blood guiltiness, O God. God, O my salvation, and my tongue will sing aloud of your righteousness. O Lord, open my lips, and my mouth will declare your praise. For you do not desire sacrifice, or I will give it. You do not delight in burnt offering. The sacrifice of God are broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart. O God, you will not despise. Do good in Zion in your good pleasure. Build the walls of Jerusalem. Then you will be pleased with the sacrifices of righteousness, with burnt offering and whole burnt offering. Then you will offer young bulls on your altar. Now, what David is talking about, really all that matters is the things that pleases God, but you got to realize God doesn't judge. If we committed sin, he knows the things that we're going to struggle, what we're going to go through. That's the first thing. But the difficulty that we run into is always try to figure out, will other people accept me? And you got to realize you come in this world alone and you're going to leave alone. I repeat, you come in this world alone and you're going to leave alone. So all that matters is what God forgives you, because God's a forgiving person. You got to realize a lot of people are not forgive you, no matter what the circumstances are. Now, let's look at this forgiveness as well, because most of the time we're struggling with things in life because sometimes we don't forgive people. Forgiveness is to help you. And we struggle with that. Oh, I can't forgive that person. I'm struggling with this situation going on in my life. And majority of the time, it has to deal with other people or situations that we have put ourselves in. So David is saying here, hey, God, please forgive me. Please help me through these things. And once we got to realize that once we start to get a hold of it and able to tell a testimony about things that we have struggled with and overcome, The reason why we do that to tell other people is to help them. I don't do these videos because I'm perfect. No, it's the things that I've dealt with and sometimes I still deal with, but the difference is I turn to God. God is telling me, as long as I keep doing what I'm doing, I want you to help other people because I want other people to go to heaven as well with me. Even ones that are struggling, I pray for people all the time. It's not about me. It's about helping others. And this what David is talking about is the fact that, please, God, please forgive me. But at the same time, you look at, he said, please, also so he can help other people along the way with their struggles. We go through daily struggles, but trust me, if you started to read the Bible and look at what all these struggles these people went through, but they had to build up a lot of faith in God, and God knows that. God can fix anything. Like I said, he can fix anything. But the main thing is when you want to be fixed or you want God's help, God is not dumb. Let's be for real. He created us. But when you do it, as he said, a burnt sacrifice, don't do it because you think you're doing God a favor. Come on. You ain't doing God no favors. I've been through that. Thought like, okay, I'm doing God a favor. No. It's about he knows your faith and the struggles and from your heart that you want to make changes in your life. It's not about nobody else. It's about you. What are you going to do? What changes are you trying to do in your life? And he knows where your heart at. He knows if you're doing it just to be doing it. You're trying to get something out of it. You might sit there and say to yourself, oh, God, please help me with my bills. And at the same time, or please help me win this amount of money. Give me this house. Give me this car. He knows where your heart at. He knows when you're going to turn your back on him right then. Then you wonder why prayers not getting answered. Trust me, I've been through it. I couldn't figure out why prayers won't get answered because he already knew what I was going to do. Until I turned to him and wanted to get to know him, I didn't take his problem. I didn't take my struggles with him. I wanted to know why I was struggling. Why? What solution do I have to this problem? Why am I going through these struggles? And once I started reading the Bible, it all made sense to me that I was a problem the whole time, the reason why those struggles. So that's why David is saying throughout, all that matters is a sin that does in God's eyes. Because you got to realize human beings, as we walk this earth, everything could be offend everybody. No matter what, even if you're being nice, it can offend people. And people get mad about it. But all that matters is God. The fact of that you're trying to get right with him. And is he asking you to be perfect? No, none of us going to be perfect. But the key to it, us taking steps, and once we get there, is to spread his one thing that God has for all of us. Love. It's having love for everybody. Of course, there's some people you got to tolerate, but at the same time, you got to love them at the same time. Because there's some people I know I had to pray for, no matter what the circumstance, and hand it over to God. So until next week, like I said, if you're going through something to struggle, trust me, take your time. Don't look for the problem in the Bible. Just read some of these stories in the Bible and you'll see what the struggles that they went through. Especially if you're going through something, please read Psalms. Psalms is like, it's an unbelievable scriptures in there. Psalms, I think it's like over 150, I believe. Could be quoting wrong there, but I will give you an exact amount in 1 second here. Really, there's a Psalms, there's 150 things that Psalms talk about, the things that David talked about when he's struggling. I guarantee you will find something in that 150 that relates to you. Until next week, I know it's a little bit longer than ever, but you know, I love things, love everyone. Love goes out to everyone, no matter who you are, no matter what color, whatever you do. I got love for you, man, because that's what God is all about, love. Until next week, everyone, please enjoy this weather because I got to wash them cars and get some running in and some biking in today because it's a beautiful day. Everyone have a wonderful week.